Hello neighbors, it's Brad here at Etrailer, and today we're taking a look at the Erickson Ratchet Straps. Now these are going to come in a quantity of 2, and they're going to be 12 foot long by 1.25 inches. Now ratchet straps are a necessity when putting anything on a trailer to make sure that it's not going to be moving. Today we have it on a UTV, and this is a great application for it because of the capacities. And that's a big thing with ratchet straps, making sure that you get one that's going to make sense and keep you safe and all of your contents that you strap down securely on there. So with a working load limit of 665 pounds and a brake limit at 2,000 pounds makes this a really solid option for something like our Polaris Ranger that we have loaded on our trailer. Some of the features that make this stand out over just traditional ratchet straps, the one that I really like the most is going to be this clamp on the top. It's spring loaded, and many times after strapping something down, you're left with a ton of extra, and then you end up tying it off somewhere, and then inevitably, if you don't tie it well, this is going to be dangling down the highway. And this makes it super easy. You can just simply bundle this up with any of the excess. You can pull up this spring-loaded latch, just jam it in here. I'm not even going to do it clean, but this is going to be enough to where that's going to hold that in place and it's not going to be dangling down the road. That's always the most frustrating part for me when ratcheting down is all the excess. You can always tie it off and do whatever to make sure that it doesn't come off, but that's one more thing that you have to tie off, untie every time you load up your things. So having that, it's small convenience, but I think it's huge. I think that makes a big difference. Every time that you use your ratchet strap, you don't have to worry about that excess. You can just simply put it in there and you're good to go. Now as far as your hook, it's going to be kind of a standard hook, but it's got a spring-loaded latch. So that's going to allow you to make sure that, if you have a D-ring or something where you can loop that through, it's going to keep that closed up. So even if you hit bumps or you don't properly tension it, it's not going to become loose. It's going to be that nice safety latch to give you peace of mind that your hook will stay in place. Now, this silver color on our polyester webbing it's kind of cool looking. Do I think it's going to get dirty long term, especially strapping down anything with grease? More than likely. All of my ratchet straps are pretty gross just because they've been used quite a bit. So, that's maybe not the best choice of color for visibility or keeping it clean, but I think it looks neat overall. And something that's kind of unique with this one, you're going to learn something new today, potentially. This is WSTDA approved. And what that means is Web, Sling, and Tie-Down Association approved. Didn't know that was a thing, but now you do, and this one is approved, so that must mean that it's fairly decent. And putting this back on and ratcheting it up, action is super easy. Great feel to it, no binding or anything like that. It's not getting caught up. So operates just as it should. I can now put this webbing back in there, and then we'll have everything tied down. Now, being that this is a quantity of 2, if you're tying something down like an ATV, I always try to triangulate front and back on both sides. So you might want to pick up an extra one to have 4 total, but it really comes down to your application and what you'll be towing. So at the end of the day, these are great ratchet straps with good capacity, pretty medium duty to use something on an ATV or a UTV. Great option for it. I really do like that just clamp to hold down that extra strapping. But at the end of the day, I think you'll be really happy with this as a ratchet strap. And the best kind of ratchet strap is one that's going to work to hold your stuff down. And I think this one is going to do a fine job of that. And that was a look at the Erickson Ratchet Tie-Down with Safety Snap Hook Ratchet Straps.